Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rasslin Review Show right here on YouTube. And this time we are going to be reviewing Money in the Bank. Let's get going. What's up, everybody? My name is Brandon Duchair Craven, and this is the official Rasslin review of WWE Money in the Bank. First up, let's get right to it. Let's go straight to the pre-show. Tyler Breeze and Fandango versus the Golden Truth was the first match on the pre-show. Tyler Breeze and Fandango looked to be sunburned or something. Yeah, I don't really know what was going on. Didn't really have a whole lot of interest in this match. Golden Truth ended up winning overall 2 out of 5 stars. Next up, the Dudley Boys versus the Lucha Dragons. This is your classic high flyers versus your heavyweights. The Lucha Dragons showed off their lucha style. Dudleys were very dominant throughout this match. The Dudleys hit the Doomsday device, which was a tribute to the Legion of Doom. Eventually, the Lucha Dragons did get the win after a Dragon Bomb by Sin Cara, which is a senton bomb, swanton bomb off the top rope. Pretty good match overall, 3 out of 5 stars. Next up is the main card. The opening package was great. I thought it was a really cool Vegas-style theme. I actually like the idea of doing Money in the Bank in a place like Vegas because they're literally going all in for a pay-per-view like this. The first match of the night on the main card was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match between Enzo and Cass, the Vaudevillains, the New Day, and the Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Enzo and Cass were out first. Great promo by them. Had me laughing the entire time. It was absolutely hysterical. The Vaudevillains were out next. I think they were trying to pull off a Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson type of thing, but it just looked more steampunk. I'm not really sure what they were going for. The Club was out next, not their usual black and white NWO type stuff, but actually black and blue. It was actually a really cool look. The New Day is out last. Classic New Day promo. They cut promos on the other tag teams. It actually almost borderlined on heel promo, which was actually really cool. Kofi actually wore winged shoes. It was actually a lot cooler than it sounds. So go watch it. Go look at it if you haven't. It was actually a cooler look than it actually sounds like it is. It broke down very quickly. Everyone was in the ring. All that was left was the New Day and Enzo and Cass. It eventually got back under control. Big launch by Big Cass to Enzo to the outside where he throws him over the top rope. I honestly thought Enzo and Cass had the tag team title won, and I wasn't the only one because I think the crowd did too because it looked like the referee counted 3 before Gallows broke it up. So that was kind of a miscue. The Vaudevillains almost had it at one point too. Big E ended up hitting the flying unicorn to the outside. Therefore, your winner, the New Day. This match wasn't without a couple of miscues, but it was an overall fantastic match. Overall, I give this match 3.5 out of 5 stars. Great promo backstage afterwards between Kevin Owens, Alberto Del Rio, and Chris Jericho. Very good promo. It was actually a funny promo, which you wouldn't expect out of heels, but it was actually very funny. Next up on the main card was Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin, it feels like 100, but it's actually part 4. It was actually on the main card, which is one of the highlights of the match, other than it was an okay match. It wasn't a throwaway match. Again, though, but if this was the first time, I would have had more interest. But seriously, can we all just move on now? Can we just move on to something else? Give Dolph Ziggler something else. Give Baron Corbin something else. Speaking of Baron Corbin, la-di-da, he won. How many times can WWE bury Dolph Ziggler before things change? This isn't funny anymore. Overall, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Next match on the card was the WWE Women's Champions Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Natalya and Becky Lynch. Great teamwork by both teams. Honestly, being paired with Charlotte is the best thing that ever could have happened to Dana Brooke. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That is the best thing that ever could have happened for her. After a miscue by Natalya and Becky, your winners were Charlotte and Dana. Overall, 2.5 out of 5. Huge heel turn for Natalya at the end. Didn't see that one coming, so I think that's going to be a great story between her and Becky because they have so much history there. Up next, Sheamus looked to stop the momentum of the newcomer Apollo Crews. Great match between two guys of similar size. I don't want to say they're big guys because they aren't the size of Big Show or Brock Lesnar, but Apollo Crews is freaky athletic. I mean, he moves like a cruiserweight even though he's a heavyweight. White noise off the second rope was one of the highlights from Sheamus. Apollo rolled him up right after, and Apollo got the win. Overall, great match, 3 out of 5 stars. Next up is the match of the century, John Cena versus AJ Styles. AJ is once again the clear favorite despite being a heel. Cena once again is split right down the middle. You got some people saying Cena sucks. You got some people saying let's go Cena. Classic Cena chants by the crowd. But they did have them rowdy for this one. I had goosebumps throughout the match. It was great to see. Both looked great in this match. AJ seemed to have Cena's number quite a bit in this match. Cena got the STF late, but AJ got to the ropes. AJ with the calf crusher, but Cena got to the ropes. Styles kicked out of the AA. Cena kicked out of the Styles Clash. Referee knocked out, and here comes the club. After the club hit the Magic Killer, AJ Styles won the match. Overall, I give it 3.5 out of 5. It would have been a lot higher had AJ gone over clean, but it was a fantastic match with a crap ending. Fantastic match, crap ending. So, hopefully we'll get another match, and hopefully it'll be a lot better and AJ goes over clean if he wins. Next up is the Money in the Bank ladder match. The ladder came into play often and early. Each superstar got to hit their finishers. Some of them even got to hit the finisher off the ladder. Frog Splash by KO onto Dean Ambrose, who was laying on the ladder. Michinoku Driver by Sami Zayn onto Owens onto a sideways ladder. It looked like something out of a cartoon. All 6 men eventually fought on the ladder. Your winner and Mr. Money in the Bank, Dean Ambrose. Fantastic match. Overall, 4 out of 5 stars. This is also my match of the night. Overall, fantastic match. Afterwards, a cool promo for SummerSlam coming up on August 21st, 2016. So be sure to check that out. It's going to be back in Brooklyn. Next up on the card is the challenger Titus O'Neil versus the United States champion Rusev with Lana at ringside. This match had all the potential in the world. Titus really showed his power in this one. Titus lost the match, not really surprising. WWE still notorious for failing to capitalize on a good moment. They went too far, though, in my opinion, taunting Titus's kids afterwards. They should have just let Rusev leave. But that was my opinion. Overall, I give this match 2 out of 5 stars. Up next is the main event of the evening, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between former Shield brothers Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Out first is the challenger Seth Rollins, the clear favorite, might I add, sporting some new gear. Looks really cool. The tights were the same when he returned, but the top was different. He always wore that it looked like Under Armour type stuff. But this time it was gray and black instead of black with the gold trim. It was very cool. Out next is the champion, Roman Reigns. I really like how he doesn't come through the crowd anymore. It's a good character trait. He's the champ. He thinks highly of himself. I really like it. Rollins started kind of slow, but he looked like he hadn't missed a beat. Roman was very dominant throughout the early goings of the match as Seth was trying to get his bearings back. Seth Rollins looked great during the middle and the end part of the matches, considering he hasn't wrestled in the ring since November. Great match overall. Highlight of the match was Seth going for a superplex into a Falcon Arrow suplex. He hit the superplex off the top rope, then flipped it around and hit the Falcon Arrow suplex. Huge mishap from Roman as he speared the barricade, missing Rollins. The doctors almost actually looked like they were going to stop the match because it looked like Roman had actually hurt himself. Spear by Reigns into a midair pedigree by Rollins for a 2 count, which was another highlight, followed by another pedigree by Rollins, and Seth Rollins is your new World Heavyweight Champion. But wait, there's more. Dean Ambrose came in and cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, therefore your new Heavyweight Champion, Dean Ambrose. Congratulations, Dean. Very well deserved. Overall, what an outstanding pay-per-view. It didn't come without its flaws, but it was an overall outstanding pay-per-view. Huge cash in by Dean Ambrose at the end after winning the ladder match. AJ Styles going over John Cena, albeit not clean. Natalya turning heel on Becky Lynch. The Dolph Ziggler Baron Corbin feud hopefully finally being over. And overall, I give this pay-per-view a 4.5 out of 5. One last piece of news. It's time for the results of the latest Rolling Wrestling Review poll. This time I asked you guys if you thought the upcoming brand split was a good idea. The results are in, and you said with a 75% of the vote, yes, you thought it's going to be a good idea. You think it's going to be a good idea. I have my doubts, but like I told somebody the other day, with the influx of NXT superstars coming into the main roster, I think it could potentially be a good idea. So we'll see. But that's going to do it for me for my review of WWE Money in the Bank. Be sure to check back next week for my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. I may have another video coming in this weekend. I don't really know yet, but we'll see. And as always, let me know what you thought of my review, what you thought about Money in the Bank, and your thoughts on this channel in the comments below. God bless you. I'm down for the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And my name is Brandon Duchair Craven. I'll see you next time right here on the Rolling Wrestling Review channel on YouTube. God bless you. I'm out of here.